5, 4, 3, 2.
What's up, guys?
It's been a while.
We're Erin and Paul. Over the past 7 months, we've been living in Fairview, Oklahoma full-time to build our beautiful Bearhawk 5 along with the Build Assist team at Bearhawk Aircraft. We successfully finished the build and flight testing the day before AirVenture and were able to fly it up to Wisconsin, where it was displayed in front of Garmin on Boeing Plaza. On that flight, we had Peter fly with us since we didn't have too much time to get comfy flying this beast of a girl ourselves. After Osh, we flew it back to Bearhawk to continue the break-in and work out a few kinks that we had noted in our cross-country. And after a month and a half of working on the plane,
Erin and I are now on the road in glamorous Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
We're currently visiting my parents right now.
We're on our first long trip in Tina.
Legit cross-country.
Like actual cross-country. And it has been so fun to finally see this dream of ours come true where we're flying our own plane places. We got to go up to Toledo, Ohio for Garmin's first ever marathon series where we crushed the half marathon.
Yeah.
And then right after we went to Hartzell and got an incredible tour of their facilities. That video will be coming out here shortly. And now we get to enjoy Pittsburgh where Erin's from with her family, with her fun family dog. It's time for us to update you guys on what's been going on because we have been absent for about a month after Oshkosh and a lot's happened. There's a lot of reasons why we haven't been back on here and things that have been kind of out of our control. We didn't want to just leave you guys hanging, so we want to update you guys a little bit and then also bring you along for my first solo in Tina and let you guys see a little bit of what I experienced on our first flight. So before we went to Oshkosh, we mentioned to you guys the main thing that had transpired in all of our flight testing. The main thing that we were having kind of troubles with was our oil temperatures. Now, oil temps were within Lycoming parameters. And for all of you aviation nerds out there, our oil temps are like 212 in cruise flight, which isn't bad, but it's not great. Lycoming parameters, you don't want it to go above 240. And so it didn't give us a lot of wiggle room.
And with our home being in Arizona, and it being freaking hot out right now, we kind of needed a little bit more wiggle room with these temps outside.
Yeah, and even beyond that though, it wasn't like normal. So after Osh, the Bearhawk guys kind of went back to the drawing board. They were scratching their heads a bit about it. So they tried a bunch of different things. They tried rerouting the oil lines to get better oil flow to the oil coolers. They tried manometer testing. I don't know this stuff, but basically trying to figure out how good the suction through the cowling was. And they did a bunch of cowling mods to increase that suction. But all these things still just didn't solve the problem. A couple weeks into being back, they finally figured out that we had a wrong part on the back of our engine. So our engine was a used engine. It used to be on an extra 300, so it was a fully aerobatic 580. Pretty cool engine. So I had mentioned in our engine I ran video with Airworks, our engine had been a part of a prop strike. It had been sent off to another company and had been torn down, a prop strike inspection done, but there were some questions around that prop strike inspection that led us to take it to Airworks to make sure it was good. We think what happened was the accessory case on the back of the engine had been an aerobatic accessory case when it was an aerobatic engine. Well, we think somewhere in this mix, that accessory case got swapped for a standard accessory case, the correct one for our engine, but it's standard, non-aerobatic. And the aerobatic vernitherm was put back on the standard accessory case. The tricky part in that is the serial number for the standard accessory case matches the engine. The serial number for the aerobatic vernitherm matches the engine. So like when an engine shop looks at it, it's like, oh, all the serial numbers are matching and everything's good to go. But it wasn't the right vernitherm for that accessory case. And what that did was it decreased our oil flows to our oil coolers quite a bit. Deep in the weeds of Lycoming's manuals, Virgil figured this out one late evening and he had this aha moment and he put on a standard vernitherm for the standard accessory case and it miraculously solved all of our oil temp issues. So prior to Oshkosh, we had 2 oil coolers and now he was able to take one of them out and now we only have 1 oil cooler. I think in maxed climb, I'm able to get them up to like 190 now. Ooh. It gives us a lot of confidence going back to Arizona, going back into backcountry flying, things like that in the future, where temperatures will be an issue, that we'll have plenty of margin and always be able to cool the engine properly.
So this whole process was not a easy solution. It didn't just come overnight. This was about like a month in the making of trying to like figure out what was going on. Our plane wasn't working, so we didn't have flying content to make. We also weren't involved in the process of the engine stuff because it was really just Virgil, so we didn't really document a ton of that ourselves. But during this time, Paul specifically has been diving into the camper side of our plane build. We found a camper van company up in Oregon called OVP, and they specialize in modular lightweight designs. And during this time, we have been planning and building and designing the back of our plane with them. And as of 4 days ago, it is currently in production.
It's in production. We have like all the cabinetry being built right now, and now we're getting accurate weights on how heavy everything's going to be. I don't think words can accurately describe how exciting this is. Like, it's this dream and this vision that we've had for a while, but now it's coming to life, and we're seeing the CAD drawings and all the videos of the designs coming through. And guys, we are so freaking pumped. Like, we're excited to be on the road right now and actually be flying her. And we're also so excited to see something that hasn't ever been done before being done and in production, and soon ready to be installed in the back of Tina.
And that installation will take place, knock on wood, in the beginning of November.
Between now and the installation of all that cabinetry, we have about a month and a half.
Yeah.
And Erin and I are super excited to be getting back to Arizona and get to explore where we're from a little bit and find the cool things to do on and just off airport out of Tina. So that's a bit what's been going on over the last month. Erin and I have been chilling in a lot of coffee shops, doing a lot of paperwork stuff.
We got in good with the Starbucks workers up in Enid, Oklahoma. They're all such good friends now.
Y'all, if you're ever in Enid, stop by that Starbucks. But in this video, I wanted to bring you guys along with my first solo in Tina. Erin and I have loved sharing this entire journey of the plane build with all of you. And now we're at the place that kind of turns a new chapter in Tina, where we actually get to start flying her and making those memories that we all look forward to. And so I had cameras rolling in my very first solo, and I'm really excited to bring you guys on board to experience that first solo flight with me. So welcome to the cockpit, and I hope you enjoy this more raw look into how Tina flies and into my very first solo in this amazing bird. Well guys, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but it is finally time for me to take off the training wheels and go solo Tina. I've been really careful. I'm really cognizant of the fact that I don't have a ton of time in big airplanes. I've done a ton of time in Cherokees and tons of times in Warriors and decathlons, but nothing in something this large. And so Erin and I have been really taking our time to spend time with people who know these planes really well to hopefully set us up well into the travels coming ahead. I have probably close to 5 hours in this bird now, not including like the time up to Oshkosh and stuff like that, but like actually flying her, trying to really learn her well. And that was all with Virgil and Peta. So now it's time for me to just go ahead and take her on my own. So I just did a few rips in the pattern with Virgil, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and rip on up myself. Wow, I have never soloed a tailwheel before either. This is my first time soloing a tailwheel in general, and it's in our bird. It's so crazy. It feels like such a first solo right now. I did my first biannual flight review a little while back, and the guy I flew with, his name was Max, and before every flight he prayed. And I really appreciated that. I thought that was really cool. So, God, you're good. Thanks for getting us here. Thanks for giving us this plane and giving me this opportunity to take off in this beautiful bird. Keep our eyes fixed on you, and we give you all the praise and glory, Lord. Amen. All right, boost pump on. Good. Good fuel controls. Feel good. All right, very correct. So we are clear right and clear left. Fairview traffic, 513 Echo Papa departing 17, left closed, Fairview. Alright, heels to the floor. Okay, in this first takeoff, I don't know if words can fully describe the nerves, the excitement, the anxiety that I was feeling in this moment. Heck, even the fear of ground looping my first solo landing. I know there comes a time when you know you're ready to solo, but man, is it still such a nerve-wracking experience. And in this first takeoff, gosh, my heart was pounding. There's really not many times in life that you get to experience something for the first time. And after such a long sprint to the finish of building this plane, and after the years of anticipation of having our own plane, to be in this moment, taking off, was something that I felt such deep gratitude and deep excitement in. This being the first of many takeoffs in the future is the start of a new chapter in this bird and a new chapter for Erin and I. And to be in this moment felt so surreal.
First notch flaps. Fairview traffic, 3 Echo Papa, final 17, Fairview. Second notch flaps.
500. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
First landing in Tina. Let's go. Man, I'm so excited to see where I am now to where I will be in a year. This is going to be a long, fun journey of learning tailwheel really, really well, but now we got an awesome platform. Man, my head's just spooling. I know I have like a lot of hours under my belt now. But this still feels like a first solo, man. This feels awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's just always something special about soloing a brand new plane again. Maybe there's just something special about soloing your own plane. That's pretty cool.